In a serene village nestled amidst the mountains, there lived a young man named Taro. Taro was known throughout the village for his wisdom and inner peace. People often sought his counsel when they faced challenges in their lives. One beautiful morning, a group of villagers approached Taro with a question that had been troubling them for a long time. They gathered around him and asked, "Taro, how can we control our lustful thoughts? We find it so challenging to keep our minds pure and free from desire." Taro smiled and motioned for everyone to sit in a circle. He began his story. "In the heart of our village, there once lived a kind and thoughtful woman named June. June was well loved by all, but she had a challenge of her own. She struggled to control her lustful thoughts, especially when she encountered something she found attractive. Her desires seemed to get the better of her. One day, while June was sitting by the village well, she noticed an old sage with a wise and peaceful demeanor. She approached him and said, "Sir, I'm plagued by my own desires. How can I control them and find inner peace?" The sage nodded and replied, "To control your desires, you must learn to understand your own mind better." June, eager to learn, asked, "How can I do that?" The sage handed June a small, polished stone and said, "Carry this stone with you wherever you go. Whenever you feel a strong desire, take a moment to hold the stone and contemplate your actions. Ask yourself, is this what I truly want to do?" June thanked the sage and followed his advice. Over time, she found that she no longer had to resist her lustful thoughts. The simple act of pausing to reflect had transformed her. She had learned to observe her desires without judgment and found inner peace. Back in the village, Taro looked at the villagers and said, "Controlling lustful thoughts is like June learning to control her desires. By understanding our own minds and questioning our impulses, we can gain mastery over our desires." The villagers nodded in understanding, feeling grateful for Taro's simple yet profound wisdom. From that day on, they carried a small stone with them as a reminder to reflect on their desires and maintain purity of heart. In this way, they learned to control their lustful thoughts and live more contented lives, just like June, the kind-hearted woman who found enlightenment through self-reflection.